53 quid to watch Rangers in our own house, and they're talking about shifting our people to make room for Celtic in the Broomloan. Then you've got Youssef Chermiti driving the support round the bend again, 1 minute scoring like a hero, the next missing chances that cost us points. While Chris Boyd is still raging, Rangers let Lawrence Shankland slip right through our fingers. 90% of you lot watch and never hit subscribe. That's mad. It takes 2 seconds, costs you nothing, and it keeps this channel in the fight, so YouTube keeps pushing Rangers content instead of the usual noise. Hit subscribe now. It genuinely helps a fan just like you. 53 quid for a Scottish Cup ticket and 43 for a ween. Read that again and tell me that's the Rangers people grew up with, because I'm not having it. Here's what's happened. The clubs put out the ticket details for the Cup quarter-final at Ibrox against Celtic, and because of Scottish FA rules, the away side gets a bigger allocation. That means they're shoving Celtic into the Broomloan stand. The Broomloan, by the way, is one of the stands inside our own ground, our patch, our seats, our noise. And we're expected to swallow that while the prices get punted up like it's some corporate jolly. Tam McManus has clocked it straight away. He's sitting there going, did I read that correctly? £53? Because that's what every ordinary Rangers fan said the second they saw it. And you've seen the reaction online. Not polite, not patient, furious, and rightly so. You've got fans saying it's a disgrace. People committed to the empty games, the drab European nights, the ones when the glamour's gone, but the badge still matters. Then when a proper tie comes along, suddenly it feels like the seats are getting held back. Loyalty means nothing. And the folk who've been there week in, week out are getting told to take your chances. That's not the Rangers way. That's a money grab, dressed up as policy. And the Broomloan lads aren't wrong to feel stung. You've got supporters saying, why are other areas getting an option to buy before the Broomloan CCS holders? Why are people who didn't bother in the early rounds now getting priority? Loyalty has to mean something. It has to. Rangers isn't a pop concert. It's a duty, and our support is the thing that makes Ibrox the place visiting teams fear. Then there's the other bit that stinks. Jobs for the boys. That's the phrase doing the rounds. Fans saying it's becoming a weak clique getting looked after while the ordinary punter gets shoved down the list. I'm not saying that's true, but I'm telling you this. The club should have learned by now. Even the whiff of that, and you've lost the dressing room and the stands. The support don't forget. The support don't forgive easily. And let's talk about the imbalance, because it matters. We get pennies of an away end at their place, a weak corner and a sneer, and now we're handing them 7,500 seats inside Ibrox and asking our own to cough up 53 quid a head. That's not modern football. That's letting standards slide, one decision at a time, until the ordinary Rangers man feels like an inconvenience in his own stadium. The Rangers support is known worldwide for fanaticism, for turning up, for dragging teams over the line when the football isn't pretty. The club should be bending over backwards for the people who keep it alive, not pricing families out and gifting space to Celtic because a rulebook says so. If the rulebook's rotten, you fight it, you don't roll over. So what's the message here then? Pay up, shut up, and watch Celtic sing in a stand that should be ours, while the loyal punters argue online about allocations and priority points like it's a raffle? Is that honestly what this club wants its support to become? Chermiti is the perfect example of what drives Rangers men mad. Not because he's useless, because he's inconsistent to the point it feels like a wind-up. He pops up in an old firm, sticks one in, and suddenly folk are thinking, right, here we go, we finally got a proper number 9. Then what happens? Months of nothing. Snatching at chances, miscontrolling simple balls, missing sitters that a professional striker should bury with his eyes shut. It's not even bad luck, it's basic, and it makes you wonder if he understands the weight of that shirt at all. Then he goes and hits a hat trick against Hearts, top of the league, the exact kind of game where you need a striker to stand up and be counted. And just when you think he's turned the corner, just when you start believing again, he turns up at Livingston and throws in the usual. A huge first half chance wasted. Points dropped. And we're all back to waiting for the next miracle like mugs. Chris Boyd's nailed it in his own way. Rangers can have 30-odd attempts, but your main striker is only getting 1 or 2? That's not modern football. That's a problem. A Rangers number 9 isn't paid to do cardio out on the touchline. He's paid to live between the posts and punish teams. Be in the right place. Smell danger. Finish. That's the job. And here's the bit that sticks in the throat. Lawrence Shankland was sitting right there in this league, scoring goals year after year, and Rangers turned their nose up at him. Call it snobbery, call it stubbornness, call it recruitment, thinking it's too clever for its own good. Boyd's right to be gobsmacked. It's not even a gamble, is it? He's proven. He knows the league, the weather, the pitches, the pressure. And he's a Rangers man in his bones as well. Instead, we've got a striker who can look like a world beater one week and a lost boy the next. That's not how you win a title. That's how you drive a support up the wall. So what are we doing here? Are we building a team to grind out championships? Or are we just rolling the dice every Saturday and hoping Chermiti wakes up feeling like a footballer? Before you go, do the simple things that actually keep this channel alive. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, because most of you watch and never bother, and YouTube punishes that. And get a comment in, even if it's just one line. Tell me straight, are you having that ticket pricing and the Broomloan shambles, and what's your patience level with Youssef Chermiti right now?